Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14. So, the last episode we built the really cool lighthouse and we're trying to fill up our home island a little bit. And I told you about the idea for the church, and at the moment, as you can see, there's still some dirt here. We are stood on the little hill where I thought we could build the church. So I think these were two separate sort of hills, and I've joined them together. I'll give you a little aerial view, because I'm trying to spread the builds out a little bit just to fill the area a little bit more. But yeah, that is where our little church and churchyard is going to be. Now, originally, I thought I would build a church sort of similar to the one that I've built on a different world, which was mostly this kind of material. Stone bricks and cobblestone and stuff like that. And as I was getting those materials ready into shulker boxes and stuff, I had a little change of heart, because I thought, with us being on a desert island, well, you know, like a beachside sort of area, I think it would make more sense to go for a more sort of Mediterranean looking church. So that is the plan. So I'm thinking white concrete, granite, sort of trimmings, stuff like that. And hopefully I'll be able to make it look good. Sort of like maybe like a Spanish type of vibe, villa kind of thing. So yeah, it should be good. I think white concrete will look really good with the granite colour. That's what I'm hoping anyway. However, that may mean that I need to gather quite a few more materials, because I already had the materials to build a stone grey coloured church, but I don't think I have a lot of white concrete left, and we're going to need quite a lot of it, and maybe some wool to add a little texture. So that is the plan for this episode, and I think what I'm also going to do this episode is put another floor onto the villager square. I'm going to either put another floor on there or do a similar sort of square joined onto it. I'm not sure yet, because I do like how it looks. It's sort of quaint, and I don't want to turn it into like a skyscraper kind of build. So what I might do, instead of going upwards with it, I may just go outwards. Since we're trying to fill up our home island anyway, it may make more sense to do it that way. Maybe add a sort of different style of villager head on there or something. I think that might be a better idea actually. So maybe that's what we'll do. But I think to start with, I'm just going to work on the church. I think maybe I could do a pathway and do another square sort of here somewhere. I'm not sure. I'll have a little think about that. But we have a lot to be getting on with for now. Another thing I've read recently is that zero-tick farms are sort of going out the window, because the reason that this works so well is because of the waterlogged blocks. But there's now going to be an update where when a block is pushed by a piston, it's not waterlogged anymore. So that will just stop the sugarcane from updating. Which is a shame, because I do like the sugarcane farm. I say that, it's not actually working at the moment. Just a sec. Back away. There we go. So it still works for the time being, as you can see. But the good thing about this farm is that even when the zero tick stops working, it still works as an automatic farm anyway. So as the sugarcane grows naturally, it'll still harvest it automatically and dump it into the chest for me. So it'll be much, much slower, but we'll still have a way of collecting it automatically, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I am babbling, so let's get on with this episode's builds. Now I'll catch you when it's done. Hello friends and welcome back. It has been a long time since I began this episode, and actually I've changed hardware halfway through, so hopefully now this part of the episode is looking a lot more crisp, a lot more HD. Hey Bob. Yeah, I plan on getting a better microphone soon, so it's all coming together. I've done quite a lot actually. It's just been a while between recordings and being able to get things done, unfortunately, just because of live things. But yeah, I have quite a lot to show you. So, I mean, there's not much hiding stuff from you, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get around without you seeing what I've done. This is new. But we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with the interior of the lighthouse. Because I said I wanted to be able to get up here. I said there were a couple of options. One of them was the lazy option, and that is the option I went for. So let's have a look. So I just added this ladder in. And if we come up here, it's pretty simple. It's just a cool area to be able to look around our base. And I thought it was pretty cool just to be able to get up here and have a look at what we can see around us, see all the nice views and stuff. So yeah, there's not much to it really, but I feel like it's kind of finished it off for us a little bit. So if we head back down here, and my next project was the church. And I did go for the sort of Mediterranean looking church. So we'll head over there now. And there it is. It's quite small. It's kind of cute. And I really like how it came out. So, bloop. Here it is. That roof took a lot of brain power. But I made it look the best I could. I dotted some flowers around too to make it pretty. And if we just head inside here, I'll show you what I've done. So we have this cool looking cross, and then a place to sort of light candles and remembrance and stuff like that. And these pictures came out and I was like, yes, they are perfect. So we use those. And here's the little sort of holy water area that you get in most churches. And here's the rest of it. So I went for a sort of beamed effect, which I think works really well. We have our benches here. And yeah, so this is what I've been busy doing. I like the shutters. I think they add a sort of cool effect, rather than glass. And lots of buttons, which shout out to Berserking Korgi. She likes to use buttons to decorate things, and I never really thought about doing it. I don't know if this looks good. I thought it just sort of broke it up a little bit, made it a bit less bland. But yeah, I think it looks cool. So this is what I've done with the church. And I was talking about expanding the Villager Square, which now has a sign to say Villager Square. But I didn't want to just do the same thing, basically. So we now have Villager Lodge. Now, I did this yesterday from start to finish, and it took me the whole day. And I really spent a lot of time trying to get things right and changing things around and stuff. And I'm super, super happy with it. I think it's one of the most favourite things I've ever built. Purely because, as I've said before, I used to use a lot of tutorials to do builds in previous worlds. And my one rule for this world was, apart from sort of mob farms and redstone and stuff like that, I'm not going to use tutorials just for aesthetic sort of builds. So this is just from what I've learned through using tutorials, really, and made it my own. And I really, really love how it came out. I like the sort of staggered log roof effect. I thought that looked pretty cool. So yeah, these villagers, I don't have any in there yet, but these guys are going to live in comfort, because I felt kind of bad how prison-like the villager square is. So these guys are probably going to be more upper-class sort of villagers. And I wanted this area to look new, like a new build, which is why I haven't really messed up the floor like I usually do. I wanted it to look sort of pristine and brand new, like a brand new sort of luxury lodge type thing. And I did this little design up here because this was all looking kind of plain, and I wanted to make it look more detailed. So I think I've achieved that with these little patterns that I've done here, and then the glowstone and stuff. So shall we head in? So if we walk up this very beautiful path, and you'll see that we're here at the villager lodge, and in we go. Ta-da! So I really wanted this place to look cozy, comfy and cozy. I mean, they still have iron doors. They're not going to be able to get out of these rooms. I did sort of consider allowing them to move around this area, but I'd be worried that something would happen to them. Plus, if I'm going to be leading zombie villagers in here to cure, I don't really want, you know, normal villagers wandering around because they're going to get eaten, basically. So yeah, we have gone with the iron doors still, but I think the carpet and the little bookshelves and stuff, I think it adds a really sort of cozy feel, and that's really what I was aiming for. So we have 12 extra rooms now, because if we head up this way, I don't know what this painting is, but as soon as I saw it, I knew that was the one for us. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but we're keeping it. So yeah, we head up here, and here are the other rooms. You can walk around the whole of this area, and then the roof was so super high, and I considered an attic, but I didn't really want to ruin the height of this build, because I kind of like how big and open it is. So instead, I just went for a sort of old, dirty sort of storage area, which I think looks pretty cool. There's nothing in these chests or barrels. Maybe we could use them for some storage at some point, but it's purely just the aesthetic, really. And I went back into the abandoned mineshaft and gathered up some cobwebs, and I really, really love how this whole area turned out. I think it looks great. So let me know what you think. I'm very, very happy with it. I really am. And I spent a lot of time working on it. And it was one of those projects where you start it and you have a vision in your mind how you want it to look. And I was scared that if I slept and carried on with it today, that I wouldn't sort of remember what I was going for. So I stayed up till, I think it was 1:30 a.m, which, you know, for a lot of you guys might be a normal sort of bedtime, but for me it's really not. I mean, I'm coming up to 30 now. I'm usually asleep by 11 p.m. at the very latest. So yeah, it was a pretty late night for me, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys like it too, and I can't wait to get some residents in here. So I think that is everything. Hopefully the video's looking a lot more crisp for you guys. And I hope to improve on the audio soon. I hope you enjoy what I've built, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye for now!